And he is capable because he challenged the angel saying, no, أعلم ما لا تعلمون. This human being is capable of reaching that level. So it is, the onus is on us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like I see it sometimes when you go to a place and it says, you only for those who are authorized. Is that, no, how do you feel when you see, for example, you go into the operating room and you are among few who are authorized to go there. If you find somebody who doesn't belong, you ask, what are you doing here? It's not for you. Is that right? So how you feel when you are given the authority to do something? You feel empowered. And this is how we should feel when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the authority behind this, that you are capable of reaching that level. You are empowered, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying it over and over again. إِنَّ عَلَيْنَا لَلْهُدَى وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. You see what I mean? So I want every one of us to feel authorized, to feel empowered, capable of reaching higher levels, but through struggle and toil, given the right direction. And inshallah next time we'll see what type of direction should be given to our toil and the struggle. What really, I want everyone to know it in Arabic and in English and in every language you know. This is a new paradigm that we need to talk all the time to people. And I tell you the truth. And Allah is my witness. I mentioned this in one of the gathering, I think it was in a church. And the pastor, the priest, came twice to me to say, Walid, thank you very much. I have used this concept of اقتحم العقبة in my homily. That person, no question, is very humble person to come to you. Wallahi, I don't even, I can recognize him, but I didn't even know his name. He will come from the back and say, Walid, I'm telling you, I am using that concept because this is powerful. I want you to think about it, read the verses, try yourself to extract that paradigm, because we want all of you to be part of that struggle. Not only Naji, not only Anwar, not only Fatima, not only, you see, all of us, we need that struggle, okay, to be put together, to reach this level of convergence. You see what I mean? Like when you put things together. Today in the language of physics they talk about entanglement. Is that right, Brother Anwar? Entanglement, when you bring all these efforts and put them together, they converge towards one objective. Is this objective going to be achieved? Definitely yes, but if these powers are fragmented, going in different directions, the net result is zero. Is that right? Because they will cancel each other.
There's something also we can think about it. The words Al-Quran uses to convey the idea, because there's image behind it. And the Quran, especially as we said, the Quran at the beginning uses a lot of images. And there's Thomas Hoffman in linguistics. So also he used a linguistic approach to see the different image that one ensemble of signs can convey. So he used he applied this to the art, but he said you can apply it to the Quran, and he has a lot of research and very beautiful papers and books about Al-Quran, how he can see different image from the same air. So this is أهلكت مالا لبدا. This is also one of that. This is very beautiful. The Quran says أهلكت, you can see action, you can see فعل. But the verb of ahlaktu, so it means you have that feeling that really things, you are controlling things. And also, but the way you are saying it, reflect, you are really prisoner of what you did. You say, ahlaktu malan lubada. So it means you don't see how much I spent. You are trying to convince me that I'm going toward the decadence. I'm going to lose one day. You don't see how much, wealth and how much money I spent. What I did, as our brother in Dubai now. You don't see all this, scrapers. You don't see what I did. You don't see all these highways. You don't see how powerful I am. Ahlaktu, the idea of ahlaka, But it's not in haphazard to ahlak. It means I'm in control of things. But that idea of behind it, the way, because I ahlaked all of this is going to save me. This is the other image. It's really behind it. You are doing all of this not because they are under your control, but you are not even able to do it in a different way. You don't even help poor. You don't help needy. You don't really give it in the different direction. That ahlaka is really the result, because there's idea of halak behind it.
Halak is death, like exhaust.
You will kill yourself. The result, the way you did the halak, the way you did the ahlaka, will result of a new ahlaka that will be victim of it. So the Quran used very beautiful word that it was used before when you say جمع مالا وعدده يحسب أن ماله أخلده. All this accumulation behind it, a misjudgment, a miscalculation that will give you eternity. It will save you forever. This is also أخلده. But also here the Quran uses the same word. أيحسب أن لن يقدر عليه أحد. So حسب, this is the Quran says, hey, here is a misjudgment. It's really miscalculation. So this is the word also, you can see the image, you can see the idea if you want to go deep to understand also the Quran, because it conveys different, higher images, more complex image, to see. But if you work harder, you can see the other image that the idea the Quran convey to us.
Maybe next time you should take Arabic classes with us.
Yeah.
We should.
It will come because this is part of the practice rather than teaching you alif, ba and ta and sa. I mean, this is really in the practice. You see what I mean? You are seeing the image of it becomes a concept rather than just a word. You see the concept behind the action, what's called the verb. Okay, or any noun that we are in. So you will retain it rather than giving you a lesson that tomorrow you will forget about it. But connect it. Read it in your prayer. Read it in the morning before you go to work. Okay, make it part of your daily life so that every time you read it you remember. What is language? Language is basically practice. So this is part of the practice, okay?
I'd like to add also, Quran, here the language is not the tool. The language is used, is under control of the world view. This is why the Quran is generating his concept. So even Quraysh that talk Arabic, they don't understand it unless you see the world view. Commentators, they struggle to understand it, they know Arabic. They even created grammar and created, it's not Arabic. It's beyond that. It's really under control. أَلَمْ نَجْعَلْ لَهُ عَيْنَيْنِ وَلِسَانًا وَشَفَتَيْنِ وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. This is it. It's that higher level, it's the world view. So the language is a tool here. It's used
to convey that.
To convey the message. But it's also used to create concepts if the concept is not there. So you cannot create new concept unless you have that years of your understanding for us as human beings,